Hey guys, how's it going? Zach Ginn here. We are live. Today I'm going to give you my $100,000 per year action plan for your real estate wholesaling business. I am absolutely excited for this one, guys. I'm going to show you exactly how to be a six-figure wholesaler, almost foolproof. Now, here's the caveat to this. I can show you exactly how to make six figures a year in wholesaling. The main issue here is, are you going to do it or are you not? That's the main issue I do see with giving the people the keys. Like, I'm giving you the house. The house here is $100,000 per year in profit in real estate wholesaling. I don't know your tax situation, but net 100K, that's the house. I'm giving you the key today. The question is, are you going to take that key and actually undo the lock? It's a lot more complicated than that, but really that's the wholesaling real estate process here. And I'm giving it to you guys straight. I'm going to show you in this action plan what you need to do to make $100,000 per year in your real estate wholesaling business. If you're a virtual wholesaler, same exact thing. Nothing's going to stop you here. So what we really need to do right now is, first of all, if you have any questions at all from whatever I say, I'm here to answer all the questions you got. I'll make this a 5-hour live stream if I have to, if I can answer all of your questions. But what I really want to know is for you, what real estate wholesaling market are you in? I really love to engage with you guys. I'm not the average real estate wholesaling YouTube guy who does his videos, try to sell a course on you, and then at the end, I don't really care about you guys. I just want your money. I legitimately do this stuff for free, and I care about you guys, and I want you to make $100,000 per year absolutely for free. I have no course, no gimmicks. All I ask is that I can help you. That's all I really want, because no one had this type of value, knowledge, or no one gave me the keys to make $100,000 per year, gave me like a free action plan like this. Everyone wanted, course sales from me. So if you can, before we get into this though, really quickly, make sure that you smash that like button and subscribe. Helps a lot. And then also, if you can comment any question you have, because I promise you, if you have a question about making $100,000 per year and it seems embarrassing to ask, there's probably 4 of the people with the same exact question. They don't want to ask this, or the people on the replay here. So really excited to get this going. I'm just pumped up to share this knowledge that I have. So without further ado, let's get into it. I mean, this is not complicated. The keys to the kingdom, it's pretty simple. So $100,000 per year, depending on your market, that is, if you're making 10K a deal, let's say if you have no marketing. So we're gonna do like 3 pillars on this. If you have zero marketing, a very minimal amount of money for marketing, and then like a lot of marketing, how you make 100K a year in profit. So really, we're getting the nitty gritty here. So what I need you to do here is, if you have no money at all, let's say you had maybe gas money, 10, 20 bucks. Let's say you want to make 100K. So let's do $10,000 deals. So that's 10 deals. So 10 deals divided by 12. I mean, that's even less than a deal a month. So really, a deal a month, more or less, that's kind of what I'm asking for you here. I don't think it's that hard to do. So one of my biggest tips here, if everyone says, I can't get a deal, how do I make 100K a year? This is what I say. Really quickly, let's do a quick list of things that'll easily get you it. We need to know about marketing first. Marketing is probably going to be one of our most important ways to make 100K a year. And that's really what I'm going to focus on right now. So if you want a quick action plan for you, so like a course, if you get 100 high quality driving for dollars leads per week, and you either will knock on their door, let's see if I got one here. Guys, we're live, by the way. So this isn't like a recording. So I don't think I have one on me, but if you have a sticky note and you see a driving for dollars lead, write your phone number on the sticky note and say, hey, this is Zach. I'm actually looking to buy your property. Can you give me a call back? Or just say, hey, this is Zach. Just give me a call back, and put your phone number there. And then you'll have leads actually calling you. If you do that to at least 100 a week, you should get at least 2 deals. So there's a lot of leeway here. If you mess up, if let's say it's 5K a deal, usually takes about 200 high quality leads like that to get a deal. That's from Deal Machine is giving me those stats. That's what I've seen in my real estate wholesaling business. So what I would say is you should focus on 100 a week. I don't think it's that complicated to do. You can even bang that out in a weekend if you were crazy like me. You can actually get it going. So that's what I would say right now. Do 100 a week. That's just the one action. There's a million ways to do it. Trust me, there's a million ways. But that's way number one. Also, if you guys can hear me, let me know that you guys can hear me so I know the audio is working. It'd drive me crazy if I did this whole live for like hours and hours and the audio wasn't working. So let me know that too. So yeah, I mean, 100 a week. It's not that complicated. Drive around town, look for properties with high grass. I mean, the windows are messed up. The roof looks bad. The property just seems like it's in disarray or it needs a lot of work. That's way number one. If we want to make 100K, I recommend you just focus, like literally focus on one marketing channel really quick. You make the 100K. Now we start marketing 2, 3, 4, 500K. We can get a multiple marketing. We can get really complicated with everything, but we don't want to make everything too complicated right now. We want to make it as simple as possible. So if I can give you a simple action plan today, like if you're just going to leave this right now, 100 driving for dollars leads. That's it. Find the lead, use the sticky note, put it on your Excel, make that list. And then what I want you to do there is cold call that list. Cold call 100 leads. It should take you 1 or 2 hours. If you want to skip trace it, you got no money, go to truepeoplesearch.com. That's what I would recommend. Truepeoplesearch.com. That's a free skip tracing. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. So that's what I would do. If I had no money, I'd start making 100K a year. It's pretty simple. It's hard, but it's simple, if that makes sense. So that's what I would do. Now, let's say, Zach, I hate driving for dollars, or Zach, I'm virtual, or I can't do any of this stuff, or I don't have a car, blah. Like I get all these not excuses, but reasons why someone can't do driving for dollars. So I would say, again, try to find a friend to maybe drive for dollars for you. But if we can't do driving for dollars, what I want you to do is start pulling government lists and cold calling them. So if you dedicate yourself, I'm telling you, I could get away with maybe 50 driving for dollars a week if you want to just make 100. But I hate excuses. So at 100, there's no excuse for you not to get a deal. So that's 100. Now, the next thing is the cold call. And cold calling will actually sharpen your acquisition skills. It will make you a way better person on the phones and on your real estate wholesaling appointments. So the cold calling gains your skills talking to sellers, motivated sellers, and then also gains your skills of actually finding cash buyers. So it's the best of both worlds, in my opinion. That's why I absolutely love it. So the next tier that's kind of complicated is I would tell someone, if you want to make 100K, cold call 3 hours a week. 3 hours a day, sorry. Cold call 3 hours a day. And you should easily be able to make 100K a year. That's enough marketing motivated sellers to do it. But really, I don't want to hear someone say, I did 3 hours a day and I didn't get it. So you know what I say? Cold call 5 hours a day. Do 5, okay? Do the same exact thing that I did. I was in my dorm room at 18 years old, cold calling Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. If you do the same exact thing, I cold called the high equity list. It was a huge one. True People searched it. I had money, and I actually started skip tracing after I get some more deals. But literally, copy that same route. It's not sexy. It's not fun. It's a lot of dedication. But I promise you, you will be drowning in leads, drowning in people who need to sell the property for cash. And it's kind of stupid, but that's it. That's all you got to do. Be decent. If you do that for a year straight, you will make 100K. Your sales skills, actually talking to people, will be really good. So I would say you can't go wrong doing that. Now the next questions I might be getting here is 5 hours a day. That's a lot of lists. What are some lists I would do? So obviously your driving for dollars list would be a great one. You can actually do virtual driving for dollars. I love virtual driving for dollars. It's one of my favorite ones out there too. So I would do the virtual driving for dollars too. But really, I want you to pull government lists. So some of my favorite government lists to actually be pulling right now is obviously code violations. I love. So go to your local code enforcement office and pick up the code violation list. The next here is call your local fire department, get the fire damage list. I got plenty of videos on fire damage properties, guys. Just message me or something. I can go send it to you. I'm not this big scary guru. I answer all my Instagram messages. I'm not the special celebrity guy that's just too big for my britches to talk to you guys. So I love to even talk to you if you have any messages you need help with. But I would do that. High equity you can pull from list.rei.com. If you got no money, you probably can't do that. So I would do the code violations, tax delinquency lists you can pull. Probates are one of my favorite ones out there. Just pull as many motivated sellers lists from the government you can. Eviction lists, water shutoff lists from the utilities department. Those would be the ones I'd be focusing on right now. Like I want to make 100K per year. That's what I would be doing right now, marketing wise. Just cold call. You can invest in a dialer. As you saw from my training on Tuesday, I was cold calling literally with my phone. That's all I was doing. And I was talking, I got a hold of Motivated Seller. I got a hold of like a crazy good probate deal. I actually sent that to a guy who Instagram messaged me, by the way. He wants an update. I sent that to him. And, you know, if he makes 10, 15K, good for him. I just gave that one for free because I want you guys to have value from these live streams I do. So yeah, literally, like I see the excuses and then I'm like, well, watch that video. I literally cold called live and I got Motivated Sellers. I got like 3 cash buyers. Like it was so simple and I'm showing you live. So if you guys want, also let me know. I love engaging with you guys. Should I cold call live every like Tuesday? Seems like something I'm thinking about. I don't know if that's a lot of value you guys would get. If not, let me know, or I could do a live on a different topic. You guys let me know. I'm very curious. So I would say cold call 5 hours a day. That's probably some of the best stuff to do, but it's crazy. So let's see here. And then the next one here, this isn't really, this is just some more stuff, just some housekeeping. If some stuff you need to know about making 100K a year for real estate wholesaling. What I do recommend also is you're going to build some leads. I recommend Podio to keep your CRM together. That's kind of what I like to do, but that's sort of what I'm thinking here. So if you really want to make 100K per year, I recommend this. You need to follow up with your leads once or twice a week. Every lead, every single lead. I don't care if you have 1,000. You need to dedicate it that you talk to every single lead, even if the person tells you to go F yourself, or they say it explicit to you, or they say they're not interested right now, or maybe in a month. I want you to call every single lead in your Podio once or twice a week. And unless you're at the level where I'm at, where I'm like, it's almost impossible to do that. We can really get it done every week. But if you call it once or twice a week, like every single lead, I recommend a day on the hot ones. But if you can get 1 to twice a week for every single person in your Podio, you should capture a lot more deals that slip through the cracks. So that's a huge one. I'm telling you right now. Like this is some more housekeeping stuff. If you want to guarantee it, if you just want to cut that, like break the habit today and start making 100K per year, that's a huge one right there. That's something a guru would charge a lot of money for right there. Just some more free info for you guys. Next here is, I want you every single week to reach out to 5 local wholesalers. New, they got to be new. Actually, you know what? Just so someone doesn't take this out of context, don't reach out to the same 5 new local wholesalers every single week. If you're in Houston, Texas, you're like Dallas or Phoenix, there's so many wholesalers out there that you can't even go wrong doing this. So at least connect, message, like just call on the phone, go to a local real estate investing association if you want to stay safe, wear a mask, stuff like that. But 5 new local wholesalers, connect with them, try to JV with them, help each other out. I want you to dedicate to just doing this. 5 new wholesalers every single week. I don't care if this person's absolutely brand spanking new or they're the top of the food chain for you. I want you to go get their number, call them, don't direct message them or email them. Call them on the phone, have a face-to-face convo, have a Zoom, meet them in person. I want 5 a week. That is what I'm telling you right now. Network, network, network. There will be so many opportunities that you'll get. You'll at least minimum make 20K per year doing this. I'm telling you right now, you'll get enough deals sent to you where you can JV to make at least 20,000 if you have that many people in your network, in your local wholesaling market. You're going to have to be very good at your cash buyers, but we'll talk about that next. But if you can do this, it's another way to guarantee. Now, there's no 100% guarantees in real estate wholesaling, but if I can give you a 99.99% chance of making 100K a year right now, if you're watching this, and trust me, it's not like, there's 1,000 people watching this video, only 10 people can make 100K or 100 people can make the 100K. I'm telling you, everyone can make 100K watching this. We don't have 5 million subscribers, so it's fine. So everyone watching this, it can happen to you. So next one here, probably one of the most important ones, we got to get our cash buyers right, is I want you to, for 1 hour a day, So you're doing 5 hours a day for seller lead generation, 1 hour a day of cold calling cash buyers, and also realtors who represent a bunch of cash buyers. Doing this will help you so much in your real estate wholesaling business. I'm telling you, when it comes to actually JVing deals and really being the authority figure when it comes to JVing in your local market, you're spending all that time with 5 local wholesalers. If you have such a great cash buyers list, it'll be very easy to JV and you can make some good money, guys. So it's pretty exciting. But that is my next tip for you guys to actually, make 100K a year. Like it's as simple as that, guys. I mean, that's my little guide. I mean, that's what I would say. If you have to make 100K a year in real estate wholesaling, that's probably where I'd be at. So let's answer some questions. Let's see what I can do if you have any questions on that. But really, if you do that, you'll easily make 100K per year in real estate wholesaling. Now, the last part here is what's the acquisitions looking like and what is the dispositions looking like in this guide. So the acquisitions one is I want you to spend at least 30 minutes to an hour a day studying sales and studying talking to people, charisma, how to be charming in front of a seller and really getting a deal done and just practicing your scripts and on your appointments. We spend at least 30 minutes to an hour a day doing that. And then another 30 minutes to an hour trying to focus more on your disposition side, selling your deals to cash buyers. And from there, that's kind of part of your networking also. So in total, that's 8 hours of work, but 100K a year, that's a lot of money for most people. So I don't think it's too much to ask for you guys. But if you're 100% dedicated, if you're ready to change your life, I need 8 hours a day from you. And if you can give me that, you can easily make 100K. From there, I'll hold your hand. We could scale up to 2, 3, 4, $1 million per year. And we can keep going up from there. And you can still work the same 8 hours. So on this YouTube channel, I'm here to help you guys out. So that's kind of my guide. Let me know what questions you got. And I can't wait to help you guys out. But really, it's not that wholesaling is not that complicated. It's simple but hard. That's the best explanation I can have for you. And if you're watching this, you're brand new and you're like, Zach, you're saying some crazy terms. What are you talking about when it comes to making 100K per year in wholesaling? Like, what is wholesaling? What's all this? So really quickly, guys, quick refresher. Wholesaling is basically the art of finding someone who wants to sell a property, usually for cash. We're acting as the middleman here. We're like a pawn shop or a used car dealership for real estate, for single family homes, just regular like houses, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, things like that. What we want to do is find someone who needs to sell it for cash. What we're going to do is write up an agreement with them to buy their property for, let's say, an X amount of dollars. For example, here, let's say $100,000. And what we're going to do next here is we're actually going to find someone who wants to buy this for cash, usually an investor, maybe a rental guy who just wants to buy it, rehab it, and then rent it out. Really, there's a lot of different people we can do. These people are called cash buyers. What we're going to do, sell it to them, let's say for 120. We have an assignment of contract there. It will help us do that. From there, we'll go to the closing. And, we could deal with the title company in the beginning when you get the original contract signed. But really, what we do at the end there is if we sold for 120 and we have it for 100, we make $20,000. That's the difference that we get. The cash buyer buys it for $120,000. We get 20K and then the seller gets 100K. So we get a check for $20,000. You didn't do any work. You made the money doing that. You were a middleman, middlewoman in that transaction, and you got the deal done. So that's real estate wholesaling. You can easily make 100K doing it. My personal experience, I made 100K before I graduated high school. My senior year in high school, made over 100K in real estate wholesaling profits. I was doing bandit signs. I don't recommend bandit signs in this video. It's very market specific, but I did it. So I believe you can too. And then for doing virtual wholesaling, I made easily over 100K doing virtual wholesaling for my dorm when I was in college doing this stuff. So this wholesaling stuff changed my life. It's completely real. So I can't wait to get on. We got a lot of comments here. So let me get some questions going here. So first here, what's up? What's up, guys? Hey, how's it going? Any success stories this week? I think we did two big deals this week. 2 ones that are like over 40, closer to 50. So it was a really good week. Not call from bandit signs, a lot from direct mail. I am barely going to start. All right, sweet. Let's get it, guys. We got New Jersey, Louisiana, New Orleans, Dallas, St. Louis, Dallas, DMV area. How, Felix? I'm showing you how in this video. I'm in Warner Robins, less than 100,000. This is market too small. Should I move on a bigger market? I think a market of 100,000 is kind of small. You can easily make 100K in that market. I don't even think it's that bad. I would focus on the surrounding counties, maybe bump the population up. I think you should be good there, man. I think it'd be good. Zach, would you be interested in partnering and help me find my first deal? And you get a very, very respectable amount of money from the deal in return. I can. It wouldn't be me, it'd be someone from my team. So if you want to message me, if you're in some of the markets we work in, sure. All right, we got some great markets here. Let's see, some of the wholesaling houses for your group says, if you need to sign a contract so you know that you will get your cut, then by all means, let's get to work. Sweet. Zach, thanks for the gems. I have this house. The estimate is 370. What should my offer be? DeAndre, that's a great question. What we need to figure out is how much in repairs does that property need? Usually to figure out repairs, I like to call contractors and kind of see what the cost of things are. New roof, an AC, flooring, it needs kitchen, like repairs type stuff. We sort of want to figure that stuff out. That's what I'd be sort of focusing on. We're going to minus off what the ARV is. We're going to look at for comparables around the area too, DeAndre. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. But that's what I'd really be focusing on right now at this minute. I'd be really focusing on that side and then really seeing how much our cash buyers are paying off market value. So we're going to figure out what the thing is worth on the market, really the market value, and then probably do a little slight 84, 85% of that. And then that's our most we could probably offer somebody. So if we really break down the numbers a little more, we can talk about a little more. Philip from San Antonio. Hi, Zach. I'm in St. Louis market. No, that's Salt Lake City, I think. I'm trying to figure out what dialer to pay for and what list from PropStream we get cold calling from. Salt Lake City is very saturated. I'd probably go with the high equity there. Probates, fire damage properties, probably be your best ones out there. I would focus on water shutoffs if they are shutting off water there in Salt Lake City, sorry. And SLC is like St. Lucie County. That's what I think of it. So so that's what I'd probably do. And really just those little niche lists is probably what I do. Dialer wise, you get Zen Call, Mojo, Batch, Call Tools. I think they're all great. Audio is good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sweet. Always want to make sure, because if I keep doing this and no one can hear me, that'd be very sad. Best Drawing for Dollars app. I think the dog's in the background, but we'll ignore him for now. But the best Drawing for Dollars app, in my personal opinion, I think PropStream is the best. If you want to get PropStream, listria.com. That's the reason it's not the best one, but the reason why I recommend it is because it does come with the regular PropStream. So that's why I recommend it, because you can pull the list and get a Drawing for Dollars app like combined. I think the best, like overall, if money was an object, would be Deal Machine. I think Deal Machine's way better than listria.com for Drawing for Dollars, but listria.com, you can pull 10,000 leads. So, and you get a free trial, and you get a free trial for Deal Machine too, I think. So overall, I think they're both good. It just depends on your budget there. I'm about to start wholesaling in Connecticut. Rather I start cold calling versus Drawing for Dollars. I would do both, man. Drive for Dollars and then cold call that. That would be the best one, I would say. 100 qualified Drawing for Dollars a week and estimated one deal per month. Yes, that's what I'm saying right now. What about virtual? For virtual, I would say cold call government lists. I would probably look at fire damage properties and see if someone could virtually Drive for Dollars in that market. Yolanda says, can you explain the difference between double close, blind, and split HUDs, and what to do if a choice of a title company doesn't do HUD 1 settlements? Okay, Yolanda, I need to know what state you are in. That will help me a lot in this situation. But double closing versus a blind or split HUD here. So double closing is we're actually getting we're getting transactional funding on this one. Blind or split HUD is we got no. I only know Florida, so keep that in mind here. I only know Florida, so what I do, I think a blind HUD, especially in Florida here, is it's a wholesale deal, but the seller doesn't even see your assignment fee on there, and so it's blind. That's what I've seen, or they split the HUDs, kind of like what you're saying there. So obviously a blind HUD is the best because we don't have to do the transactional funding. a double closing's better for like Illinois, or you're actually in like New Jersey. That'd be way better one. And then find a title company that does that. Cold calling FSBOs on Zillow. I did that on Tuesday. That was a fun one. I know a lot of you guys actually watching this saw me cold call live. That was a very entertaining one, to say the least. 100 a week. That's a joke in St. Louis. I was with the team after 6 months, it was about 400 leads, and that seemed to be the least receptive. And these people seem the least receptive to calling. Okay. Yeah, I mean, not every market, but in St. Louis, if you got 100 really, really high quality ones, I don't think you can go wrong there at 500 a month. Can you do this virtual? Of course you can do this whole stuff virtually. No worries. Calling does definitely help with communication in general. I 100% agree. Knoxville, my city is claiming that they're only given the number of people on the water shutoff list, but not the address or info. Have you heard this before? I would do a Freedom of Information Act request on them or threaten it, and you should get your info pretty quickly. Yolanda, let me know what market you're in, though. I'm still waiting on your answer to my message from yesterday, son. Is it a direct message? I can't get to every message as soon as possible, but I thought I went through all my messages yesterday. Message me on Facebook. Let me go look. I'll go look after this. You have to say it's a Freedom of Information. Correct. I did that, and the receptionist claims that all they have to disclose is how many people are on the list, but not who. Let me know what city you're in. I'll go help you pull this one. Any updates on the probate lead with Doug and Brian? I gave it to a Instagram guy who messaged me. I want him to do it all. I want to get him a free deal. So that's sort of what I'm doing right now. Yes. Looks like everyone wants me to start cold calling. Okay. Live weekly cold calls. Okay. That'd be really fun. Maybe I do it every week, but I switch up the list. Like I'll do a high equity one week, and then the next week I'll do like a fire damage one, and then the next week I'll do a code violation. I think that'd be pretty cool. That's what I'm starting to think. All right, looks like everyone wants me to cold call every Tuesday. It's better than a role play, right? Because it's real. So probably something I'd be considering. So hopefully next Tuesday I can do that. That'd be cool. I would love to JV someone in Houston, call the bandit signs to now. Sorry guys, if I'm looking down and up. Like I got the camera here, and then I got the screen here. So do we close deals over the phone if we are virtual? Yes. If you're virtual, you close them with the phone with like .loop, DocuSign. I actually did a video. If you search Flip with Rick space pitch, I did at least a couple weeks ago my virtual wholesaling pitch to actually pitch it and actually get the thing done. It was actually pretty cool. So yeah, would love to be mentored by you, willing to pay. Taryn, I don't want your money, man. Or ma'am, or sir, I don't want your money. I'm not taking your money. I don't want it. Like seriously, don't give me your money. I'm doing this for free. Seriously. If you go to my free ones every single week, every Friday at 6:15 p.m. So tomorrow at 6:15 p.m., I'll be on a Zoom. If I'm late, it'll be like 7. But every Friday in the afternoon, I go live. Here's the link below. If you guys can see it. Free Wholesaling Mastermind and course right here. I do a free Zoom, and I'll mentor you for free. That's what I do. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'll do it for free, guys. So yeah. Where does text messaging fit in this plan? Thanks so much. You can text. I would probably text 2 hours a day, as many leads as you can. But if you have no money, that's probably not the best one to do. So be very careful. I like to focus on one. The problem with SMS, I love SMS. It's a strategy that you kind of, once you sort of get like talking to people down pretty pat and you can get VAs and stuff, that's sort of my favorite way to do it. I just like cold calling, drawing for dollars when you're brand spanking new, because it helps gain that skill set and it's extremely cheap, and it lets you do it a little longer. But SMS text blast that drive for dollars list too. I don't mind that at all. And honestly, you can do it almost for free. What is it? 500 texts for $1, smszach.com. So if you want to do that, you can do that too. Oops. All right. Oh, hold on. So many awesome questions, guys. All right, let me get back here. Yes, cold call live. It will benefit followers. Well, if they keep talking about cold calling, I really need to start doing it in front of you guys. Alejandro asks, how would you wholesale as an agent without unethical an approach? I mean, I'm not an agent and I wholesale ethically. I wholesale very ethically because I've had situations where someone, when they sell me a house, was way below what the thing was even worth, like at a stupid price. Like I would have made like 200,000 on it. Like it was an older lady, and I was like, you know what? Let me call the son and really talk about it. And I'm like, I can give you more. So you got to be in a good situation here. You want to make money in this business, but you don't want to you're not stealing houses from people. Like that's fraud. We're not doing elder abuse, like any of that, like that stuff. You deserve to be in jail for doing that type of stuff. You're helping people out with problems. Greed will always lead you down a very bad path. So just be very ethical with it. Like you're making 50, 60,000. The amount of money you make in your deals is directly related to the problem you solve. If there's a very small problem, you're gonna make like 5, 10K. If it's a massive problem, like a huge termite issue, the wall's caving in, you'll probably make 60, 70 on it. So the bigger the problem, the more money you make. And it's good. Like some deals, honestly, as a realtor, you need to understand this. Some deals will literally not sell on the market, or it's best to use a wholesaler. So you just got to know which ones work and which ones don't. Alejandro, the best thing you can do is what I do on all my appointments. I tell all of our acquisitions people, even my acquisition people, I tell them, I say, you tell the realtor this. You tell the motivated seller this. Hey, Mr. Motivated Seller, you should just list this property. I don't even think I'm the best fit for you. Just always be leaving, literally like push away. And that seller would keep going at you more like, oh, I don't want to get a realtor because X, Y, and Z. I don't want inspections. I just want to sell it cash. Just get rid of it. Are you sure? Because I got a great realtor. He can list it for top dollar for you. And they say, no, I want it cash. It's like I go to someone at a used car dealership or like, what is it, Automax or like that used car dealership, like top people. You could list this yourself, do the VIN number and stuff, and, go Craigslist, meet people at shady locations, have them test drive your car and do all the inspections and stuff. I mean, you should just do that. You'll get way more money. No, I just want to get rid of this thing cash. I'm sick of this car. I'm sick of this house. Same exact thing. So if you do it ethically, make sure you just let them know up front. They can make more money if they list it with the realtor, but they most likely, good deals, they don't want to. The idea is simple, but it isn't easy. It's hard work. What list you said to get again? Government lists, code violations, evictions, water shut off, probates. If you can get electrical utilities ones, credit card debt lists, a lot of these stuff you can get from listri.com, like the credit card ones and like liens. Tax liens are great. Tax delinquencies, they're all really good. Batman in Chicago says, do you think wholesaling is oversaturated? No, I honestly don't think. I think it might be harder to get a deal, but it's a lot easier to sell to a cash buyer. So it's a yin and a yang, really. What kind of contract do I need to sign and for sale and purchase in Texas? What I would recommend in Texas would be the TREC contract. It's called TREC. You can go download it. That would be the one to do. Do you recommend taking smaller assignment fees is good in the beginning for experience? No, but I would do smaller deals. I want you to get the most amount of money on your assignment fees. But if it's the seller wants too much, but usually you would never do it, but you'll probably make 5, 10K. That's little for me, but I'd make like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Just do it for the experience. So more or less, probably. All right. Besides direct mail, what would be a great source for leads? I said before, Drawing for Dollars is one of my favorite ones out there, and cold calling. There's other ones to do where you do radio ads, you can do like TV ads I've even seen, but I'd recommend those 3. Is Vegas too hot, competitive? Should I look somewhere else? That's a tough one. My personal opinion, I think Vegas is just a tad saturated, but you can still make plenty of money there in your real estate wholesaling business. So it's not the end of the world. What I would say, I would do half in Vegas and half in a virtual market, and then see what you're doing very well there. If you're finding you're not having a lot of success in Vegas, but you're having success on the virtual side, I'd probably stick more to the virtual, but I would do a little of both. Get the best of both worlds. All right. What about an attorney state? I live in South Carolina. What's the process? Let me get the full list for everyone watching this. All right. Let me get the full list for you so I can share it. Okay. So I always share this when I get this question asked. Here it is. Pop it up for you guys here. So here's a little map here. So basically, show if it's a title company state, a closing attorney state, or basically an escrow agent. So really kind of how like Florida works here is I just go through a title company. That's the easiest one to do. Like you're in South Carolina, you're probably gonna have to deal with an attorney on there. The processes in every state's a little different. Like I know in New York, you have to actually physically deal with an actual attorney and have them write it up. I believe in South Carolina, you don't. But I need to talk to my guys in South Carolina because I just JV in South Carolina. We do some virtual stuff there, but really you got to be careful. Usually have an attorney write up the contracts, and you should do pretty safe, and then have an attorney with you on the closing. That's what I'd recommend. Where can we find the closing code violation list? Denver, Colorado. What I would do, thanks, man. I'm grateful, dude. I'm grateful for your support. So, in my personal opinion here, I would go to the code enforcement office or the code compliance office and then go ask for the list of all the code violations. My favorite is ones with tall grass and then structural issues. Those are my top two favorite ones to pull. And then ask for the ones for the past month. They should pop up pretty easy. And then from there, it'll be good to go. Okay, cool. JVing a property under contract in a rural part of Louisiana, it's hard to find local cash buyers. Any advice? I would do listrei.com. I would go there. From there, on listrei.com, I'd pull all the cash transactions in that rural part. I would pull that list, skip trace it, and then call that list. Call all the cash transactions there. And then usually you'll find a cash buyer or two really easily from there. Or you can actually SMS text blast that list. That'd be the best one to do. Hey, Zach, could you go over inspections for virtual taking pictures? Do I do them before signing with the seller or after? I've heard different opinions on this. Yeah, no worries. Let's get out of here a little. All right. Scoot back. All right. So oops. Ooh. All right. Just get my computer straightened up here. So oops, sorry guys. So when it comes to actually taking a picture, so if I actually had to take a picture of it virtually wise, I would probably hire just someone on like a jobs thing on Facebook that's looking to do like a bunch of quick little tiny jobs. My personal opinion there though, you got to be careful. I think you just get like a regular smartphone. They can go over there, actually just take the pictures for you, do a little inspection. And I would actually have like a DocuSign or dot loop. Sometimes, Ed, you can actually get a seller to actually do a Zoom with you. That works pretty well too. And then also I'd have the person taking the pictures to also do a video also. It helps a lot. Say you're virtually wholesale in other states. Do you have to have a title company in that state? I recommend having a local one in that market or state. How do you determine the ARV on a tired landlord rental list? I'd really just look at the comps. That's probably what I would do. Why do you pull lists from PropStream and then text on batch leads? Do you skip trace from PropStream or batch leads? I skip trace on batch leads. Can you get a PDF on the action steps you mentioned? Yeah, I can make one if you want. Depends how much time I got, or I could just have someone make it for me. But yeah, I can make a little PDF for you. PropStream skip tracing sucks. That's the opinions that I've seen. That's what I've seen. How are you getting fire damage lists in Florida? You just have to know the local county and jurisdiction, and then you can get it from there pretty easily. Tyler wants to know if we can rewatch this later. You're on Facebook, so yeah, you can get it pretty easily to do. Yeah. Kansas City, Missouri. What marketing strategy you would recommend in Houston? My personal opinion, might get in trouble for this one, but drawing for dollars is still my favorite one in Houston by far. Like Houston, Texas is, oh my gosh, that'd be my favorite one to do. Let me bring this down a little so we can get me zoomed in on here. Then bring it down. Oops. Yeah, we got hydraulics on this chair. So, all right. Yolanda says, Hemet, the California Southern for the water shutoff list in Baton Rouge issue and the Baton Rouge market for the blind HUD issue. I think there's plenty of people in Baton Rouge that could help you out here. So that's probably who I would probably try to talk to there. And then for Hemet, I would file a FOIA act on there. It's on Instagram, just giving you a hard time. Usually answer me though. DM Flip with Zach, but looking for another good book. I have Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Rich Dad Invest Traction, The Art of Taking Any. The Rich Dad, Poor Dad stuff's really good. I love their content. I mean, the problem is, this is a wholesaling video, so I'm not going to get too much in it, but he's kind of a peddler on like silver and stuff. So I'd be very careful. Like Robert Kiyosaki is the man, but I'd just be careful. But I mean, Rich Dad Poor Dad isn't talking about wholesaling. So I think Money Mastering the Game is a pretty good one from Tony Robbins. I need a total rehab, and it's a huge college university. I walked in it, but I know it needs no less than $50K in repair. So you told me like 385. So let's do the numbers really quick right here while we're talking. So 380,000. Let's say, for example, here, 380 needs 50K in repairs. So about 330 is what 330,000 is what the property is basically, I mean, at minimum worth. So let's say a cash buyer is willing to pay 16% off of that, off market value, because let's say you're newer. The most you can offer is 278, more or less. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking here. I would love to, where is it popping up here? I'd love to JV with anyone in San Antonio if you need boots on the ground and helping finding buyers. Let's win-win. Sweet. It's a win-win. That's all I want. Would you do a short recap on how to deal with tired landlord for rent lists? Yeah, so I might even do that next week because that's an interesting cold call. Like it's a very, very interesting cold calling one to do. So basically, the way you got to do that is I did a video on it. So do Zillow space flip with Rick. It should pop on there pretty easily. From there, you just call guys and saying, "Hey, you're looking to rent this thing out," or "No, I'm having struggle. What if I just buy it from you for cash?" And then you just talk, have a conversation. Also, it's a really good list for lease options. You can actually wholesale lease options doing that too. I have a video on that, obviously, wholesaling lease options at Space Flip with Rick. They'll pop it up. Justin actually popped on there and helped me out a lot with that one. So yeah, I mean, that's a recap. You just deal with people who are just, they can't rent the house out, or they're sick of it. They don't want to deal with landlords, or they just kicked out a landlord. I mean, they just kicked out a tenant and they just want to get rid of it cash, hopefully. So they're great. Can you give me 3 or 4 most proactive things I can do besides pulling a list, drawing for dollars, and cold calling every day? All right, let me think about this for a second. What I would say is do a consistent time schedule, number 1. Number 2 is I would write a list of everything you got to do during the day, so you're not stressed out over it. I'll help you actually get things done. Say, hey, I got to pull it from this, and this county, and I got to talk to my 4 or 5 people. Obviously, what I kind of went over there with you, I don't know, you probably saw it though. So what I said here was make sure also that you're following up with every lead once or twice a week. You're reaching out to 5 people for your local wholesalers every single week. And then you're also dedicating about an hour for JVing and cash buyers. That would probably help you out a lot. I mean, cold calling is pretty draining, bro. Dude, I cold called for 2 hours and I was more excited at the end of it than I was in the beginning. Maybe I do a full 5-hour cold calling session to show you how draining it can be. But I love it. I absolutely love cold calling. Do you have cold calling scripts? Yeah. Do I have one? Let me see. I got to. www.flipadlerk.com/cold call. That's my free cold calling script. Or you just watch my cold calling video I did 2 days ago, and you can use that script too. I also have free contracts. I got it all, man. Let's connect, Phil. How do you cold call an executor without knowing the address going through probate? I would find the address or see if they have a property looking to sell. Can you create a business name without having an LLC? You could use a DBA, but I'd probably just get an LLC, depending. Oops. Let's see. If I call an agent and they're asking for proof of funds, is it best to walk away or try to find software that can create one? This is a tough question. I can get in trouble with this. So it's all ultimately up to you. There's websites and stuff like getpof.com. They'll do it for you. You can go get one from your local like partner on this one. There's a lot you can do. In my personal opinion, if you don't have the proof of funds, I don't recommend you go like touting it out, but you can. Can you break down how to determine the max allowable offer? So yes, I can. So let me write it down so I can actually put it on like a little banner here for you. So again, it is the ARV minus repairs and then multiplied times I spelled this wrong. I spelled it wrong. So that is kind of how I do it. So it is the ARV after repair value. So let's say we find it 400, needs 50K. So let's do the numbers together. Okay. So $400,000 minus the 50K it needs in repairs. That's $350,000. Now let's say my cash buyer is buying things for 10% below the market value. So we'll multiply that not by 0.1, by 0.9, 100% minus the discount. So 100% minus 90, no, 100% minus 10%, that's 90. So 350,000 multiplied by 90% is 315,000. That's how I'm coming up with an MAO. And you're almost breaking even on that. So be very, very careful. Yolanda says my code violation request has to be specific as possible. I'm open code violations from the last 60 days. That'd be it. Or like structural issues. I would look at that too and just see the list of it. But that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Should I create an LLC if I have team members dispo for me? Yes, I probably would. Is cold calling a good way to get deals? Yes, that is a great way to get deals. I believe so. I'm not a Texas guy, but I think so. Can I use your contract in Atlanta, Georgia, St. Louis, Missouri, or should I use some state specific? I think you get away with them. I think you can get away with them doing that one. So yeah, I think so. What if I absolutely bleep at cold calling? The good thing about that is it's a skill and you get better at that skill every single time. The difference here, you got to think about, actually, I'm just going to keep that out. We're going to keep it PG-13, just in case there's 5-10-year-olds learning their wholesaling knowledge today. But if you're bad at cold calling, you just got to get better at it. You got to decide, do you hate it or are you just bad at it? If you're just bad at it, just keep doing it. It's like basketball. It's like you're bad at three-pointers. Start shooting more three-pointers. Work on your skills. Start seeing your form. That's all I could tell you. And if you're bad at it, you will get, I don't think there's one wholesaler out there that's put 10,000 hours into cold calling. After the 10,000 hours, they're bad at it. I don't think there's even one. So think about like that. I don't think there's any basketball player that is bad at shooting free throws that hasn't taken 100,000 free throws? Think about it like that. You said you were dropping a video about the top 10 wholesaling markets. Is it still coming? Yes, it's still coming. Let me get the official date on that for you. But that one, I'm going to do like a premiere. I'm going to make that thing as like crazy as possible. That's the most excited video I have for a very long time. I did the $100,000 wholesaling. I did the $100,000 deal I did. That got me very excited. But this one I think is going to be the craziest one because I think it has the most value. So it is currently scheduled for April 19th. So that is next Monday. Video will be dropping. It's going to be epic. I'm telling you right now, I promise you. Is code violation? Oh, also, it's the top 10 hottest virtual wholesaling markets, but it's also regular markets. So yeah. Is code violation information such public in all states? Yes. How can I target landlords that are in need of 1031 exchange? I'm not sure on that one. I just do all cash buyers. Yes, you should do a live cold calling. And my question is, can I use a Minnesota contract in Texas when virtually wholesaling? You're the best wholesaling coach on YouTube. Thank you so much. It actually means a lot to me. But if you're in Texas, use the Texas one. That is my personal recommendation. Keep up the grind, bro. It's not a grind if you're having fun. I enjoy this stuff. I enjoy talking about wholesaling. Like I'm extremely passionate about it. So it's not a grind, man. Like I'm just doing what I love. Does listaria.com have a better criteria to search than PropStream? That's the same one. Same thing. How do you pull code violation in the water shutoff list? I missed what you said. I can rewatch it later. So for code violations, you just go to the code compliance or code enforcement office and ask for all open violations the past 30, 60 days. And then the water shutoff, go to your utilities department, the city, state, or county, not state, county or city has. The utility department asks for all the water shutoff lists and the information from there. Sweet. Cool. I didn't know if you have them saved or deleted after. That'd be terrible if I deleted all of these after. I'd get a lot more live viewers, I think. But nah. When you're virtually wholesale, how do you go about your buyers when they want to see the property from inside? Put a lockbox on the thing and bring them through. That's my favorite. Let's see. What would you say is a sweet spot for population go for virtual? I think 200 to 500,000 is my favorite. That's my personal sweet spot. I'm new to wholesaling and I've been told that Los Angeles, where I live, isn't good. What is a good virtual market to start with? I have a video Monday dropping this one, but I think the Southeast is my favorite right now. 200 to 500,000 populations. Just signed a land deal and my first contract. Where do I post to find a buyer ASAP? Congratulations. I'm proud of you there. Big congrats on that one. But I would say here, I think you got to build cash buyers. So I would start cold calling all the cash transactions in that zip code or that subdivision on listaria.com to get a free trial on that one. Start going true people search and cold call and find a cash buyer from there. Don't post it. Don't hope Facebook's going to find you the cash buyer. Go out there and actually find it yourself. That's what I'd recommend. There's a little cash buyers feature on there, and that's what I would do. What do you have to do at the courthouse when going through the probate process? I think you can actually get it done online. You can actually pull probates online. So that's a pretty cool one. Actually, working on a video and actually pulling probates online. Actually showing you how to do that. But yeah, that's probably what I would do. But you go to the courthouse, talk to the clerk there, and just ask for all the open code violations if you can go get them. I mean, open probates. All the probates and the cases, get the PR information, the air information. Got plenty of videos talking about that. I'll help you out. What book? Money Master Game. It's called Money Master the Game. So that's what I think. But I mean, it's pretty common sense stuff. You don't need to buy the book, but just invest the money you make. Don't blow it all on stupid stuff and invest it. But that's not for wholesaling right now. We appreciate it. Can I get my LLC later until I get a lead rate? Yes. Actually, honestly, I think you should get 1 or 2 deals. Make at least 40, 50K, and then you get the LLC after. How do you wholesale tax delinquent properties in a tax lien state as opposed to a tax deed state?
it depends if they put a lien on the property or they do a tax deed sale. ListREI.com pulls them the same pretty much. So that's what I would say right now. Appreciate all your content, Zach. Thank you for adding value to our wholesale lives. Thank you. I appreciate it. The market, I'm in a small population, about less than, should I go, I said, do the surrounding markets. That should bump up your numbers pretty well. The FDNC. I don't know. And is that the loan one? FDNC. I'm assuming that's the senior loan list, but I'm not sure though. Or the reverse mortgage one. Yeah, I don't know if I never heard of that. FDNC. Maybe I'm. Yeah, either I'm doing something wrong, but yeah, I don't know what that is. So probably not. What's up with the plan? It was in the beginning. So if you watch the replay, you can actually pop it up and actually look at it from there. Bro, everyone here appreciates you answering the questions for real. But if I'm cold calling, do you think I should get PropStream to run comps? Do I need PropStream? I don't think you need PropStream. That's my make 100K. You don't need PropStream. No. It helps when you're pulling lists. Like if I want to pull like the big high equity lists and I want to start pulling like tax defaults, eviction lists like pretty easily, it just makes it easier. It's not going to change the game for you. So it won't. I do a lot of direct mail, so it's perfect for that. It's perfect for cold calling, like a high volume, and it's perfect for my like high volume SMS stuff. So you don't need it. It's not necessary. Just it's a tool. Since Salt Lake City is saturated, do you recommend that I focus on the outskirts? Like, yes, 100%. I mean, editing your YouTube videos and thumbnails, do you have someone that does it for you? I know it's hard. We got people working on it with me. So it does help. But I mean, I try to break even on this, like on the content stuff. So YouTube gives me money. So I just use that money on people to do the work for me. You're the man, Zach. How about skip tracing? No, don't skip trace with Fiverr. Deal Machine's better for drawing for dollars, but I think PropStream is the better deal. How does school not teach real estate or ways to help make money? They talk about what happened millions of decades ago. Like, who cares? You gotta learn the stuff yourself. Learn the real knowledge, and the real truth is plenty of stuff on YouTube. So no, I would probably, my personal opinion, they don't teach real estate. College does, but not that well. Like, you gotta learn it yourself. If you seek it, you will find it. The federal do not call list. Do not call that list. No. Why would anyone call that list? That just seems like a lawsuit ready to go. Nearing closing my first deal. How far would 3,000 to 5,000 take me in terms of marketing budget? Do you recommend I cycle that back into my business? Yeah, I'd start cold calling bigger lists, start skip tracing bigger lists, get a dialer and just start working harder on there. Get SMS going on there. That's probably what I'd be doing. Would you text a potential seller and offer instead of no? Call on the phone, Elijah. If you call it, you'll get better rapport and you have a better chance of getting the deal done. So if you don't need PropStream, how can you pull lists without it? How can you generate leads without it? I have $1 and I think that's a great investment. It's very hard to pull it without PropStream because you just got to do government lists strictly and free stuff. You can use ListSource, but they're a billion times more expensive than ListREI.com. So you can just do like code violations, probates. You can manually get a lot of these lists yourself. They're very complicated, but you can do it without it. It's just a lot tougher. Is texting an effective marketing strategy? Oh yeah, 100%. I love text. I still text. Like, I love SMS text blasting. So that's it, guys. That's my little guide today on actually how to make 100K per year in your real estate wholesaling business. I hope I can help you guys out. Hopefully I helped as much as I could. But really, guys, that's it. This is my action plan. I believe in you guys right now. Take the action today to make $100,000 per year right now. Your future self will thank you so much. The action that I took at 17 years old to get started and actually making budgets on my time, make a daily schedule for myself of what I had to get done, and really keep a positive mindset. Keep the good vibes with yourself, guys. Like, even if you got negative people in your life or toxic people in your family, keep the good people in your life. Keep the people that bring you up with you. It will help your mindset out. Be a positive person. Help someone out. Help someone who needs to sell their property today. And just doing that and just consistent action will help you so much, guys. So I truly appreciate it. I'm beyond blessed to even be talking to you guys right now. So the action that I took at 17 years old, the same action plan I'm telling you today, changed my entire life forever. So if you can do the same thing and you put the dedication and time into it, you will get the fruits of your reward. The fruits of your labor will come with it. I promise you guys. So get 1% better every day. That is 365% better. That's 3 times better every single year. I'm telling you, slight constant improvements in action every single day will lead you to the promised land of changing your life, changing the financial freedom life of you and your family forever. Just do the stuff, guys. There's no course or guru that's going to help you out. It's you. I'm not the person that's going to get you there. It's not this course you're going to buy. It's going to be you. You're the only person that can change your life. And I'm in your corner. I believe in you right now that you can do it. The question is, are you going to do it? I believe in you. Ball's in your court. Let's see what you got. Have a blessed day, guys. I really appreciate it.